Welcome to our channel. I'm Nick, aka Dad. All right, let's get started with fixing that annoying rubbing issue that we're having on our Bronco that has the platform running boards. Have you ever heard that cringe-worthy sound of your Bronco's tire scraping against your running board when you're off-roading or just coming out of a simple driveway? It's like nails on a chalkboard, right? Well, today I'm going to tackle that problem head on with a really simple solution. Introducing the Ford OEM rock rails that I found on Facebook Marketplace for a great deal, and they even include these removable steps. These bad boys are designed to protect your Bronco's body from damage during all your off-roading adventures, and they are a lot shorter than the platform running boards that we're running now. So, no more worrying about that annoying rubbing coming in and out of our driveway or while we're off-roading. Now, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of the issue. I have an Icon spacer lift on a Sasquatch suspension. Now, the spacer lift itself is supposed to be the 3-inch, but on a Sasquatch, it does only give you about 2.5 on the front and about an inch and a half on the rears. And that's helping us to clear our 37-inch BF Goodrich KO2s. Now, some of you might be thinking the crash bars may be getting in the way as well. Well, so far the crash bars have not been an issue, but we're going to be taking care of those at a later date. But currently, just under slight articulation, like coming in or out of a driveway and turning the wheels not quite to lock, you know, the front tires are coming into contact with our platform running boards. But fear not, because I think the Ford OEM rock rails are here to save the day. They are specifically designed, obviously, by Ford for a perfect fit. So unlike some of those aftermarket options, fitting them to our Bronco should be pretty simple. They'll also give us some added protection, and with the removable steps, some added convenience. Now, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work installing these rock rails. It's a straightforward process that can be done in shouldn't be any time at all, really, with just a few basic hand tools. You'll need a 10mm socket, a 13mm socket, a small extension, and either obviously a ratchet or electric ratchet, which I'll be using probably a combination of both. So the boards are attached to this bracket here with these bolts are 10mm, and then the bracket itself up here is a 13mm. We also have them on the 4 doors here in the middle, which will take all those off, and then down here I'm going to start just by taking off the board and then leave the bracket last. Should make it a little bit less weight and a little bit easier to get off just by myself. Cue the cool music. No one wants to hear the ratchet going. Nothing like old dirt and mud from being off-road getting in your face to probably make you think you should have washed the underside first. Also, don't lose your bolts, especially if you're going to sell these things. The next person's going to want them. Now it's time to take off the 13mm brackets. Now it's time to take out those 13mm bolts and the brackets that go along with them. Cue the cool music. For the bracket in the middle, if you had an extension on your ratchet, you're going to need to take that off. It looks like you don't have a lot of clearance up there on the very top bolt. All right, well, they're all out. All the brackets are out. All the bolts are out. Now, time to install those OEM rock rails, see how they go. Now, I did notice here, I was trying to put on some of the brackets on the rock rails. By what I've seen on my friend's two-doors, they don't have a bracket up front besides the one that is already mounted to the rail. So that shouldn't be a problem. But I did get 4 other brackets for a 4-door. And they are side specific. I was trying to put them on here and had some issues with these. So I think they are pretty much side specific. So you might need to play around them if you do get them from Facebook Marketplace like we did. Saved us a ton of money over what they are brand new and got those side steps. So just remember that. You might need to play around them to see what side they go on, driver or passenger. Well, we've got the driver's side in, and it was like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, because the rails are side specific. You want to put the rail on first and then put the brackets on second. You just kind of slide them in behind. So I'll show you what that looks like on the passenger side. So if you are going to do this install, the rock rails, this is the passenger side, the long one goes up front. I didn't even notice that at the beginning. You got the 2 smaller ones back there. Those are what the brackets will go on. But you can get this one on, and then the little studs that they have here goes right through the spots. Hopefully you can see those holes there. You can see some light going through that one. They go through those. So it does give some strength as far as you're able to let go of it once you get those studs all through. Then slide in the brackets to connect to those 2 smaller ones. You can also put the bolt in for this one too once you get those little studs through those holes at the bottom of basically your drip rail down there. And then just start bolting things up. I would also leave everything loose until you get all the bolts in, and then go back and tighten them down just to make sure everything looks good. Now for the exciting part. Let's take our Bronco out for a drive. Let's see if the work we just put in fixed our rubbing issue. So, in my opinion, after putting all the work into the Bronco and putting on those rock rails, investing in the Ford OEM rock rails is a no-brainer for any Bronco owner who has the black platform running boards and has an issue with the front tires rubbing because you're running something larger than stock. Not only do they solve the issue for us of the tires rubbing, they also safeguard our vehicle from any damage when we are on the trails. So if you can find some, even on Facebook Marketplace or some of the forums used and in good shape, I would definitely jump on them if you are having a rubbing issue with your front tires. Hey, before we wrap up, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow Bronco enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks on fixing the issues we find on our Bronco that may help you out. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.